Leader Morgan.
Thank you, Speaker. I'm going to talk about the internet sellers, remote sellers tax, the Amazon tax, which is in, I believe it's Section 18. And there's two concerns that I have with this. The first one is that I believe it's going to be unconstitutional and that we shouldn't be building our budget on it. Earlier this year, our caucus was visited by representatives of some of those internet sellers, so eBay, Amazon, other professional organizations for companies that do online sales. Amazon itself has made the voluntary offer to collect sales tax on the goods that come from its warehouses, but only from its warehouses. They are a marketplace, an internet marketplace, and all these other sellers that use their marketplace, they can't collect from them. It's not technologically possible. So instead of getting $30 million, their estimate from the sales that come out of Amazon's warehouses is more like $8 million. So just from that, we have a hole in this budget, and we should not be basing this budget on this promise of money from all these internet sellers. During that meeting, I was also told that this is going to be fought in court and is currently unconstitutional. I believe it was in 1992 the Supreme Court ruled on this kind of a tax and said that any company that had to pay or collect sales tax had to have a physical presence in the state. As we've written this, a physical presence becomes a cookie on your computer. This is going to be vigorously fought, again, all the way to Supreme Court. We are not going to be collecting $30 million. We are only going to be getting the $8 million from Amazon. And it is not at all certain that we will ever be able to collect that kind of money. But let's be positive and say that we are. Let's say that we are going to collect $32 million. Let's say that next year it's going to rise to $52 million. I'm actually not necessarily opposed to people who buy on the internet paying sales tax just like people going to brick and mortar stores. What I am opposed to is using the money for more spending rather than in reducing the sales tax on everyone. About 4 years ago, maybe longer, the intention of this state was that if we ever got sales tax from online sales, we would use that money to reduce the sales tax universally, to take it from 7 to 6.5, so all of our consumers, all of our constituents could benefit from a lower sales tax. Our state would benefit from a lower sales tax because it would make us more attractive. But instead of following through on that promise and saying that we will use there's a broadening of the sales tax, we're just going to spend it. So I really think that we should vote against this because on so many levels, it's not going to do our state any good. It's not going to produce the money that we say it's going to produce. So we're building our budget on something that doesn't exist. We will keep the lawyers busy, and we will hurt our consumers. Thank you.